That was hectic, but I really like it. 45k DPS is not great, actually, but oh my god, that's so shit. I didn't time warp. Oh, I left without port. And you can tell it's the first one. I'm gonna do the walk out of shame. I forgot to give people a portal. I'm so sorry, friends. I'm so sorry. Oh no, the shame. The shame I feel. I'm looking at the confessor, but we don't seem to be pulling the confessor. What? Oh no, my friend over there is a little bit in trouble. Hi, hello, and welcome. I'm definitely not Hoops, and you're watching me pug my way to 3k rating on a Fire Mage in Dragonflight Season 3. We are finally level 70, and I'm going to just immediately jump into just doing Mythic Plus. I'm going to try and push my way up to like 10s or something, start getting that champion gear, while also getting Drake Crests, because I'll need those, and we're just going to blast. But before I do that, I have to show you some gear that I've gotten for myself after I hit 70, and I'll explain why I got it and how I got it. So let's get started by explaining what exactly it is that I got on the character. And I got 445 item level. Get the heck out of... You know what? Before I even start showing you, I'm going to get into a spot where there's not as many people. The real OGs will remember this used to be the outro spot for every video, or just about every video. But yes, we have 445 item level. I don't have many enchants because I feel like it's a bit of a waste to buy enchants for this, but I guess I could get like a chest enchant and stuff like that. The ones that are cheap at least. Also, I guess I don't have to worry about gold anymore because I am allowed to get myself gold from my other characters. So what did I make? I made surveyor's cloth, treads, and pants and cord and gloves and all of that stuff, as well as some other crafted items. Now, I got myself these because somebody had pointed out in a comment that you can actually just get a whole bunch of Whelpling crests by doing the Dreamsurge event. And with those, what you can do is just craft a, whatchamacallit, Enchanted Whelpling's Dreaming Crest or whatever the heck. And then with those, you can just craft the blue items that you usually craft for characters. You can craft those with the Enchanted Whelpling's Dreaming Crest and make yourself 447, well, up to 447 gear, because there's like the different ranks give you different item levels. I was lucky enough to be able to get all of these at 447. What I wasn't able to get was trinkets and a ring. I couldn't get a second ring because you can only make Band of New Beginnings, but you can't make two of them because it's unique equipped. It doesn't show here, but that is the case. Anyway, this is what I got myself. The reason I got this is because it's extremely easy and also surprisingly cheap to do. If you save up all of your gold while leveling and not spend it on greens and blues like an idiot like me, you can just straight up spend all of that gold making these and you'll have some left over, because I had about 10k gold by the time I hit 70, and I would have had probably like 15 or 16k gold had I just not bought all the greens that I ended up vendoring afterwards, which was a massive waste of gold. But again, it doesn't matter because in this series, like you guys said, I am allowed to basically send myself gold, which really lets me blast past quite a few item levels early on, as you can see. But again, I think I don't need to send myself gold to make these Surveyor's Season pants and gloves and shoulders and blah, 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 all of that gear. I just need to go and do the Dreamsurge, which is currently in Onaran Plains, which is not ideal, but luckily while I was doing it, it was in Waking Shores, and there's a bunch of spots where you can get a bunch of the Whelpling's Dreaming Crests from the little orbs very quickly, so it's very easy to farm by just flying around. Now I don't have that many left. I have 32, but I don't really need them, I don't think. Everything I have right now, like I did also do the weekly quests, and I also did the quest line, which got me whatchamacallit. Oh no, I didn't do the quest line, but I do have the quest to kill Slay for Rack. So to kill Slay for Rack. What am I even saying? I did the quest line in Emerald Dream, which ends with this quest, and now I can do this quest in like LFR difficulty or something and just get the kill on Farak. And this gives me an enchanted worm crest, which I'm going to likely use to craft myself a sword with intellect. I specifically want the sword because then I can get the transmog that I really want, which I will reveal once I have it crafted, which will probably be in the next episode. I have also decided to make some changes. Now, sorry for the long intro. I promise we're going to get into some runs here in a second. I just want to point out a few things. And the one thing is, in the future, series will only have one episode of leveling because, quite frankly, I cannot be arsed to do it again. It just takes so much time to get the 70 while recording that it's just a massive pain in the ass. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do dungeons again to level a character when I start a new series, but I'm only going to show you a dungeon like every 10 levels or so, just to show you what's going on when I'm learning about the character, so on and so forth, and to include the leveling process as part of the series, because a lot of people pointed out that they're happy that I show the leveling process as well. The thing is though, like a lot of people also pointed out that they don't like to watch me level for like 5 episodes or something before they get into the meat and potatoes, which is M+, because this series is about hitting a certain rating at M+, so showing a bunch of leveling doesn't make sense. Anyway, I also just realized that my bartender is not correctly set up. I can't believe I just now noticed that. What the heck? I'm just going to use the default one and I'm going to delete the EVADM one. There we go. Very good. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I had to say. I don't have anything to grab from the vault because it didn't do anything on this character. It is reset day. It's Wednesday when I'm recording this. I play on EU, so reset day is Wednesday. So what I think I'm going to do to get myself started is try and get my 445 have an ass into a +10. Why would I want to do a +10? Because I don't actually have an M+ key yet. I don't have a mythic keystone. And if I grab one from Lindormi, it's going to be a +2. I don't need to do a +2 or a +5 or a +8. I want to do 9s and 10s because that'll get me champion gear and Drake crests. That's why I want to do those. I'm just going to quickly buy myself a few of these. It's so nice having gold. Oh my god. Watcher's Loam still expensive. 500 isn't that expensive, so I'm just going to grab a bunch of them. Kind of don't want to get a Lambent armor kit. I think I'm just going to get that once I have some actual pants and not these crafted ones because I don't think I'll stick on to them for long. I have plenty of catalyst charges, so I want to get my 4-piece as quickly as possible. I might even turn this veteran chest piece into something once I have another piece that I can turn into a tier, but we'll see. We'll see about that. Anyway, I was saying I want to do a +10. That way I will get, I believe I'll get a +9 key, if not a +10 key for completing the +10. We'll see. But yeah, I'm trying to skip the process of having to push up a key to 10 and just go straight into 10s. So I guess I'll talk to you when I get into a +10 key. We are doing a Galakrond's Fall key level 10 as our first run on the Fire Mage, just because it's so easy to get to 440 something with this gear that you can craft. It's really good. We're hoping for a big old pull here. We're going to put the Chronoweaver on focus. We're going to target another Chronoweaver. We're going to get started. I'm going to drop a combustion right off the bat and a meteor. Just going to try and drop as many flame patches as possible. Oh, there's this thing. I guess I should be blinking. I forgot what affixes it was, but luckily we don't have to deal with the second affix just yet. I don't know what I should be doing here to interrupt the tempo slice. I still have the wrong talent because I thought maybe I was going to... I'm going to flame strike here. I thought maybe I was going to be using, whatchamacallit, the knockback for Sanguine. I forgot to switch that over to the talents I actually want to run. I'm going to blink, I guess. Maybe that's good. I guess I'm just fireballing here. Okay, we got a crit. And Scorch mode activate. Okay, cool. It took a second for the Fire Mage instincts to kick in again, but I feel like I'm good now. I do have some macros I want to make. I'm going to look at the Rippers just because they're the highest HP targets. I'm going to hard cast a Flame Strike here so I can trigger my Sun King's Blessing. Want to get those out as much as possible. I'm going to blink in this direction. Unfortunately, that moved them out of my meteor damage on the ground and all of my flame patches, but that's okay. I forgot about my Dragon's Breath. I could have used that to interrupt the thing earlier, but I forgot about it, to be honest with you. It's going to take me a second to get back into it, but we are ready to go. We're going to combustion here. That was maybe a mistake, probably a mistake. Yeah, probably should have used something other than that. I'm going to give myself my little shield here. Combustion is ending soon. I'm going to get one more crit that way, and we're going to Pyroblast here. Okay, a meteor in the middle of a combustion shouldn't be bad. I got plenty of room here looking to soak if I have to. I jumped over to soak with my blink. Scorching because I got to move. I could have also used ice flows. What I should be doing is using this thing. Entangle coming through. We're going to blink. Stand over here in the corner. Why am I hard casting a Pyroblast is a really good question. I'm so flustered. I am so very flustered. I just wasted the Dragon's Breath, so that's a crit that I threw down the drain. We don't have a follow-up crit for this. This is the first longer fight that I'm really having. I'm gonna have to blink here to not stand in the crap for too long. Our friend here is having a bit of trouble surviving. Okay, this thing's on me. Oh, I'm so dead. Ooh, I'm not dead. I got bonked by that though. We're going to hard cast a Pyroblast. Can somebody make it into that soak on time? They did make it onto the soak on time. I'm going to use my combustion as well to prolong the combustion that I have from the Sun King's Blessing. Using Dragon's Breath as well. We're going to use the AoE shield here to reduce the damage the group's taking. Still trying to get as many Pyroblasts out. We have another Sun King's Blessing available. We're going to shifting power first. We're going to use echoes here to be able to move. No, not echoes. What the heck is this thing called? Ice flows. And the boss is dead, so I don't get to trigger my Sun King's Blessing, but that's okay. That was hectic, but I really like it. 45k DPS is not great actually, but oh my god, that's so shit. I didn't time warp, and neither did the Shaman Bloodlust, so I guess I'll time warp this boss, which is harder, I guess, but yikes. Definitely maybe not the best idea to start off like this. I'm gonna meteor over here closer to where these other targets are going to be appearing, trying to get my crits. Chronoburst coming out. I'm gonna try and get away from my friends here, just looking to see where we're going to position. AoE crit or AoE CC. Less focus on the CC, more focus on actually dealing damage. Are we gonna fight them there, or are we pulling more? We're gonna fight them there. I'm gonna hard cast a fire strike so that I can get my Sun King's Blessing. I'm going to also use a combustion here just to get used to doing that combo. I'm just trying to use them as much as possible. If the tank could stop moving that frontal, I'd be very grateful, because then I would actually know where to stand. I managed to kick that before it went off. So are we moving here, or what exactly are we doing? We're gonna drop a Scorch in. Are we gonna hard cast a Pyroblast? Are we pulling more? Yes, no. Apparently no. I see the D&D go down. That means the tank wants to stand there. Kinda don't want to stand just here. I'm not going to use my meteor on these two. I'm going to interrupt that, and I'll Dragon's Breath this one if he starts casting. He won't. We're going to get the Scorches out. We're going to Pyroblast and then hard cast a Pyroblast, and a meteor. Tank seems to be hesitant to pull more than just this guy, which is good because the anomaly is rough. Going to precast a shield. We're going to hard cast a Pyroblast yet again. That'll be our second crit from the guaranteed crit on the Pyroblast. I'm going to blink through and start flame striking here. I'm going to drop my meteor. No, I'm not, because it's on cooldown, lad. You can't drop it if it's on cooldown. I'm going to use this. Chrono Burst means I need to use a shield. I'll use AoE shield for the group as well. I have a kick for this. I can move out of that because I got instant casts. I'm going to spell steal that Enervate. I don't know if that does anything. Trying to get my Scorches through for the crits and some instant casts. Okay, so AoE, I kind of do a bit of damage. Single target, not so much. We're going to try and see what all I need to improve to get that to really work for me. We're going to meteor this, get some more crits in. We have Sun King's Blessing coming through. I did manage to get that kick through on time. I should have scorched the other target. Why am I still casting Scorch? I don't know. Don't ask me. Okay, so execution is a bit of an issue now that I'm actually doing dungeons where my damage matters. But oh well. We're going to start this off with Ice Flows into a Shifting Power to do the Shifting Power damage. Shifting Power still does significant amounts of damage here. Trying to stand into the dark zone the entire time. Going to use our combustion here. Drop that meteor on top of the boss. We have Sun King's Blessing available here in a second. Okay, we're going to hard cast our Pyroblast to get that Sun King's Blessing. We're looking for the gap in these orbs to walk through it so we can stay in the darker zone. The darker zone reduces your damage taken, by the way. That's where you really want to stand in. It. Chrono Faded is on me. That means I need to stand in the light area. Why am I hard casting a Pyroblast? I wouldn't be able to tell you. I'm just focusing on staying alive right now because I'm kind of scared of these damage events. We just need one more. Okay. Here I can stand still for a little bit and actually get my Sun King's Blessing. We're going to meteor again on top of the boss, get our instant casts through. We can still avoid this, most of it at least. Scorch is coming through. I should have an instant cast available. I should be scorching. I'm going to shield here. We have a person going down. I should be going invis for the defensive, but I'm kind of healed up now, so I feel like it's a waste. Hard cast Pyroblast. I don't think I want to use a combustion here. I'll use it rather on the next group. I'm going to blink through here. That'll cost me a global, but it's not a big deal. Okay, 59k DPS. This time I'm not as flustered, but I'm definitely not doing great. I still want to get my 2 or 4 set bonus. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't even know what they do. I genuinely don't even know what they do. Let's see. When Pyroblast and Flame Strike critically strike, you gain Searing Rage, increasing your critical strike damage by 4% for 12 seconds, stacking up to 20%, so up to 5 times. That's okay. They're skipping, or are they? They're not. We kind of stopped, half stopped, I don't know. Decided to maybe not pull it. I'm hard casting a Pyroblast like an idiot for some reason. Also wasted a Fire Blast there without getting a crit from it. Kind of also a waste. I wasn't really paying attention to what was being done. I'm going to use my AoE shield. It was probably better off used on the big old dragons that are coming up next. And maybe this was worth a combustion. I'm not sure at this point, but yeah, let's chalk that one up to being flustered from reading my set and forgetting about this dragon existing at all. Anyway, back to reading the set. The 4-piece. Activating combustion increases the critical strike damage bonus of Searing Rage by 150% for 12 seconds. Here's the okay, so is it 150% extra on top of whatever I have, or is it just like instead of, let's say, one stack being 4%, it's now 10%, because that's 150% more of whatever. I'm just gonna, the idea is probably to build up as many stacks as possible to get as many crits as possible, and then activating combustion so you don't combust right off the bat, maybe, or you do, I don't know. I'm gonna meteor here. I'm going to use my shield really quick, drop all these things on the enemies, keep dropping things on the enemies. I need to move through, which is fine. We're going to ice flows into shifting power so I can get some of these stacks back and get these instant cast crits through. I'm gonna have to, no, I can scorch here. I'd rather scorch than risk a fireball and not get a crit from it. That would really suck. Okay, now we have a hard cast flame strike coming up in a second, and then it'll let us do combustion. I think I'll do combustion right after it. Hard cast flame strike right there, and a combustion, and that should get us a bunch of crits through just like that, and a meteor for good measure. Okay, he's pulling into the next group. We're going to use the AoE shield. I can see why this sucks. We're going to hard cast this flame strike. That should give us, yes it did. I wasted a flame or a fire blast there. That was probably not the best choice. I was using a flame strike on 2 targets. That's not exactly ideal, is it? I'm trying to spam fireballs until I get a crit. That's okay. Didn't need to keep doing that because we're in scorch range now. I wasted a scorch. Messy, messy, messy. But I feel like I'm not sandbagging too much, even though these people are lower item level than me. Yeah, not significantly lower, but they're lower. Okay. I'll blink. The warrior's having a hard time. We're hard casting a pyroblast so that we can start our Sun King's Blessing. We're going to drop this on top of this thing. It's going to go over to the next area soon, or to the next phase soon, I think. Is it on me? I'm going to use my shield, trying to get to the tank. There you go, buddy. Enjoy. Fireballing here. Okay, we did get a crit. I'm going to shifting power here. You know what? I need to just make a macro that's going to cast ice flows every time, no matter what, whenever I use shifting power. I think the tank needs someone to pick it up off of them for a little bit here, and then I'll put it back on them. I had my shield up, so I was okay with doing that. I'm going to pyroblast here because hard casting it will give me some King's Fury, or rather it would give me a bit of combustion. I'm going to use Dragon's Breath. Is it on me? No, it's on somebody else. I used the Scorch there because I had to keep moving, but I didn't think of using Ice Flows, which is what I should do. Okay, just spamming some fireballs, hoping for a crit. I'm gonna move in a little bit closer here. It's kind of nice to be ranged in this fight, I gotta admit. Hard casting a Pyroblast. Gonna use shifting power. It's kind of a waste. I'm gonna use my shield here, blink onto the tank, give that to the tank, let him deal with it. Tank is stacking the mobs over there. I'm just gonna keep blasting the bejesus out of them. Necrofrost, we're gonna switch to the Necrofrost. Try and kill that thing. Scorch it one more time for good luck. How's the tank doing? 3 seconds left. I'm going to grab it, use my shield, put it back on the tank because I can't keep tanking that. I'm going to use combustion here and just blast the bejesus out of the boss and hope we kill it before anything bad happens. Looking at the tank to see how many seconds he has left. Somebody did juggle it again. That's very good. Boss is dead. Very nice. That was good. I could have used my mass barrier. I do need to start just using mass barrier. I think I'll make a WeakAuras for it to remind me a bit more. 50k DPS with 2 targets in the last third of the fight. Not sure I'm really happy with my single target DPS, I'm gonna be honest with you. Fumbling and mumbling my way through it. I think I just need some practice without commentating. But hey, you're looking at me at the start of the series when I'm starting to do some actual serious things. I used my Dragon's Breath to interrupt that mob. Okay, my Phoenix Flames didn't actually reach the intended target, so I didn't get my guaranteed crit from my Phoenix Flames, which really sucks. Gonna kick that, let the tank keep moving them. Can I spell I can just spell steal that. I don't need to actually CC them. That's my bad. Chrono Melt needs to get interrupted. Okay, I didn't manage to do so, but the tank yoinked them in. I'm going to use my shifting power, and we're going to hard cast a flame strike into a meteor, into more flame strike spam. Chrono Melt got interrupted. Very good. Okay, I didn't get my last crit there, but that's okay. We're going to put a focus on the Chrono Weaver. We're going to Dragon's Breath here to just CC them all. Going to focus interrupt. No, we're not. Oh, I'm going to blink out of that because I don't like it. This thing ported onto me. I should move away. I guess these are ranged only mechanics. I'm going to interrupt one of those. Should I hard hard cast? I'm gonna hard cast so I don't waste it. Talking about the Sun King's Blessing here. Definitely spending more of my brain cells on commentating than I am on actually playing the class, which I don't like, but that's early on in the series for you. I did the same thing in every single series. At this point, I've learned to just accept the fact that I'm going to speak like this and be overwhelmed at the start. I'm just glad I'm not dying and sandbagging my group. I could definitely be doing a lot more DPS, I feel like, because I even have a good stat distribution. I guess I need my set bonus to maybe make it work. Or maybe I just need to get a lot better at playing this damn class. All right, let's get started. We're going to combust and drop this right off the bat because we don't have the set bonus yet, so it doesn't really matter. It's on the whoever the heck. I think that's the warrior. I need to help soak. Just gonna blink over. Gonna use the mass barrier. Gonna use my own barrier. I hope they stack. Hard casting a pyroblast to get ready for the buff from Chromie and to get my combustion ready from that. Beautiful. Fireballing here. I have no stacks. Maybe I should be using this. Earth Surge is starting. I'm going to use my shield again. Hard casting a Pyroblast. Hopefully I have enough time to hard cast it. Yes, I do. Beautiful. We made it through the first intermission. The intermission is when there's a lot of damage along with the soak. I'm going to blink over here, use my shield because I'm going to take some inevitable damage here. Fireballing because I have no instant casts. There we go. We have one of these crits. Should I even bother combusting here? I think I'll hold my combustion for when we get the buff from Chromie. Yeah, I'm just going to hold everything for the combustion that I can do when I get the buff from Chromie. Waiting for the big AoE that the thing does. Just getting away from that. No reason to take that damage. Only the person that gets it should be soaking, really. AoE shield is not available. I'm just going to use some defensives here. Get an instant cast out. I'm not going to be able to get Sun King's Fury, but I'm going to use combustion here and drop my meteor. Try and get some of these. I should have been using... yeah, there's so many things I could be doing way better because right now I'm stuck without any instant casts in the middle of my combustion, and that's like super, super bad. I should be standing over here. I have my AoE shield. Let the tank or let the healer do some damage too. Man, this sucks. It really sucks not having the cooldowns available, but I guess this helps. I don't know. Did 65k there, but that's because I got the haste bonuses and the damage bonuses at the end. I'm really not happy with my DPS, but we got Keystone Conqueror on the first run we do, so I kind of like that. And our key is a 9, just like I thought it was. Good thing I didn't queue up for a 9, because then I would have gotten an 8, which doesn't drop champion gear. We didn't get any loot. What we did get was one of these splintered sparks. I'm not going to bother making them yet. I think I want to make them at least with worm crests, if not aspect crests, probably just aspect crests. But that was my first ever fire mage run. Oh, I left without port. And you can tell it's the first one. I'm gonna do the walk out of shame. I forgot to give people a portal. I'm so sorry, friends. I'm so sorry. Oh no, the shame. The shame I feel. But we have a tyrannical level 9 Atal'dazar. That should be a cakewalk, I think. And I get to see how Yasma is when you're a ranged character. Probably not nearly as stressful, right? Right? He said trepidation in his voice. But yeah, I'm thinking I'll run that, and then these two can be the first episode of doing M+ on the Fire Mage. What do you guys think? How did I do? I feel like I did pretty shit. Flame Patch really not doing that much. I thought Flame Patch might be a little bit more damage than that. I guess I really just need this force set as soon as possible, huh? Because that does look pretty dang good. So I guess I don't know. I should probably be using Combustion on cooldown. It just always feels really bad to use Combustion when I have to cast, when I don't have the instant casts available. But it also feels like a really dumb idea to save up stacks of your instant casts to combust. Maybe that's something I should be doing. I haven't actually watched any guides. I've just been kind of winging it, but maybe it should be time for me to watch an actual guide. But I'm talking way too much and I'm doing way too little. I'll talk to you in that Atal'dazar. Well, here we go with an Atal'dazar +9, the key that I had. It says +8, but that's because the key drops when you start. I'm assuming we're going to go down to the left. No, we're going left, I guess, because we're going to not use time warp as soon as we start. I'm looking at the confessor, but we don't seem to be pulling the confessor. What? Oh no, my friend over there is a little bit in trouble. We're gonna kick that. I'm gonna look to CC this confessor. I'm gonna meteor here. There we go. I managed to CC the confessor when he did his thing. What am I doing? What should I be doing? I was gonna say that I looked up the what the best thing is to do, what the actual rotation is, and it's got a whole lot of fireball in it, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'm also not sure how I feel about this tank's route, but we're just gonna trust it. We're gonna hard cast a flame strike here, and we're just gonna try and get as many fireballs in as possible just to get used to using that. There's 2 confessors in there, so that's wonderful. I'm unable to kick that because it's being cast from inside the confessor's pole thing. I did not realize there were 2 confessors there, so I didn't go in to CC one of them and kick the other. That's my bad. I do have CC available for this one Samdi thing. I think I have kick available for this one. Yes, good. I don't know how to interrupt this one. I'm just gonna knock him, I guess. No, the knock didn't do much. I don't even have AoE available to, like, the AoE shield available to help people out. There's just not enough kicks going through. I'll be honest, I'm not sure how to handle this. Bit of a shit show. One of the DPS has already gone out of the group. We can still 4-man this, but it's going to be very discouraging. I'm going to try and re-invite our friend here. No, I can't even do that. Maybe I can do it through this invite, see if they want to rejoin. Are we just going to 4-man this with a tank that's going to be doing the wrong pulls? And okay, gonna try and kick this guy at least. Drop a meteor here, scorch this. I'm gonna stand in this thing from the healer, try and reduce the damage I'm taking. I don't have a shield available. I guess I should drop these guys in the back and then they'll get charged instead of us. Okay, so the tank has also left the group. My guys, it's a freaking 9. Oh man, everyone has left the group. Why? Genuinely, why though? We were doing fine. I mean, we were doing fine. I don't think we were doing fine, but it could have been done. We could have easily done it. The tank could have chosen a not stupid route, I guess. That would have helped, but I don't know. That felt doable. Just people needed to stay. I guess they wanted a 15-minute +3 dungeon instead of just doing the dungeon normally, which I think honestly we could have probably 2-starred that dungeon even with how we were performing in that moment. But what can you do? I guess we're gonna go next and we're gonna do a +8 Atal'dazar. Cool. Whatever. I'm not even upset about them leaving. I'm just upset about how lost I am with the rotation I'm supposed to be doing. Like, I'm supposed to be using Fireball a whole bunch more. So I think I'm gonna have to sit down and practice that a whole bunch after I'm done recording, or like tomorrow when I'm not recording. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. Talk to you in the 8 Atal'dazar, I guess. Okay, attempt number 2, Electric Boogaloo. Let's try and do this now. That was very, very disappointing, but what can I say? We keep going. Hopefully I don't get a piece of gear. I know that sounds weird, but I'm gonna be upset if I get a piece of gear. We're going down the shit route again with the Confessor. I'm going to Combustion right away. I used AoE CC to interrupt both the AoE cast as well as the Samdi cast. We're hard casting a Pyroblast here and Scorching. I should be casting an interrupt on this. I did manage to get the interrupt off. I'm gonna drop our clones over here. What that will do is when the Juggernaut charges, he will charge into the clones, hopefully. I should be casting Fireball a whole bunch more. Merciless Assault went for a clone. That's good. I wasted my kick, unfortunately, but I'll use a Scorch on this guy to finish him off and we can move on to the next I guess to the boss. I don't know where we're going exactly because I think this was the correct execution of the route. We might be pulling stuff here, I'm not sure. I guess I'm hard casting a Pyroblast while everyone groups up. We're going to be taking the boss over here. I already know that. There's these little Saurids coming through, so I'm going to use my AoE shield. Terrifying thing. I'm just going to stand over here. Yes, very good. I'm going to blink. Oh, well, that'll give me a bit of movement speed, I guess. Flame Striking Pursuit is going off. One of our players is dead. Devour is going through on the heat. What is this shit show? We pulled these little guys and that is enough to get us killed, all of us. I don't know if we can actually handle this. I'm not going to time warp because I don't trust that we can handle this. Healer's being rezzed. We're going to time warp to help the healer out. I'm going to Scorch this thing. This is not a good line of sight spot. I think we're going to get feared. We didn't get feared. Okay, lucky us. Hard casting Pyroblast. Pursuit is on the tank. I don't have to actually move. Trying to actually just focus on my abilities. Try and get a crit. Hard casting a Pyroblast again. Get a Scorch in. Keep getting Scorches in. Where's this guy go? Oh, he got feared. That's why he's going somewhere. Is it on me? No, it's not. It's on the priest. That's fine. We're going to drop a meteor here where it has to walk through. We're going to use Combustion. Start blasting it in the face with a bunch of these. Get a Scorch in because it's fast. I'm going to use Dragon's Breath to try and get that damage. We're going to consume our Sun King's Blessing. I need to have something that's going to remind me that I have Sun King's Blessing Blessing ready to be consumed, because I'm currently not consuming it as quickly as I possibly could, and that is my #1 priority, is to keep consuming it. Okay, I don't know, that was 90k DPS, but there was a lot of AoE damage there. Like 67% of my damage was from Razan, the rest was the raptors and little guys that we pulled by accident. We pulled both this group and this group. That's why it was so rough. So we pulled 2 groups of extra trash into the boss fight. Not exactly great. Okay, well, I'm going to pre-shield. I'm going to pull these guys just so we're not fighting one dude at a time. I'm going to drop one of these meteors down. I'm waiting for the AoE shields, like that reduce their damage taken. There's the 2 of them. We're going to Dragon's Breath them so that we can keep going and keep blasting with full damage. Scorches coming out. Keep those scorches going. I don't have to run immediately to get out of this thing. It's good. Okay. Hard casting a Flame Strike and a Combustion on top of it. I guess I should be using my Fireball. I don't have anything to actually interrupt that guy. We're going to interrupt this guy to move out of it. I guess that doesn't matter now anymore. Drop my Meteor here, kind of where the tank is going. Never mind, tank decided to juke me. I should have saved my Dragon's Breath. I'm standing in shit. I need to move out of that. Or when the shield comes up, but I guess the shield isn't coming up. Need to resummon Danny because she keeps disappearing, because that's really annoying. Ooh, I almost fell off the thing. Okay, we pulled an extra group. There's somebody who really likes to body pull here. We're going to kick that to make it all group up. I don't have a way to interrupt that, but maybe if I do, like right here on the edge, yeah, that kind of did it. Okay, we got an AoE CC from the tank. I'm going to save mine for when I see something that I really need to. I can't decurse this person. Yes, I can decurse them now. Nope, never mind. Denju got into that. I don't have a decurse for you. Dragon's Breath now. Red is my meteor lands. That kind of works out. Oh man, I'm wasting a lot of my instant casts. I don't like that. I'm not going to cast anything into that. That totem needs to die so we actually start damaging the honor guard. I guess I can start hitting these. Into Pyroblast the honor guard. Fire is a lot more complicated than I expected it to be, because now I'm just looking at my damage and realizing just how shit I am going to be at it until I get a bit of practice in. But that's okay. That's all we can really do, is practice and hope that we do well enough. I can hard cast a Flame Strike right here. I'm going to put this one on focus and target this one. Start casting my Flame Strikes with Sun King's Blessing. I'm not going to, in case the tank just pulls straight into the boss here, I'm not going to do anything. Trying to interrupt that. Scorch here, and then I didn't manage to interrupt that, but I can step away. I can't do anything, cast anything here, so I'm just standing and waiting for this to go off. I want to get away from everyone in the group so that I don't actually turn anyone else into a little raptor thing. I'm going to try and grab the one that's all the way in the back, but I'll stand halfway between these so I can actually help someone. The paladin should be going over to this one. That's good. Cast Pyroblast. Combustion right at the start. I don't have enough haste to do anything else. Should be triggering my Sun King's Blessing even during combustion, apparently. That is the correct way of doing it. I should chill out a little bit and help this person. Yeah, we're going to drop a meteor on that thing, and I'm going to switch back to mine now. That's dead. The last one is dead, and now I guess we can actually focus on the boss. We're going to interrupt them so that the second stack of that doesn't go off. I'm casting Fireball, trying to get my guaranteed crits off. We're just going to shifting power here. Hard cast a Pyroblast, get that kick through. I'm kind of focusing on the kick as well. I should be reapplying my Arcane Intellect buff. We're going to drop it here where the tank kind of wants to go. I'm scorching. I don't know why I'm scorching, to be honest with you. I should be fireballing. I'm going to blink over in this direction. I'm doing very, very poorly. I'm going to combustion at the end of that fireball, try to get those fireballs out. Taking a lot of damage I shouldn't be taking. Hard casting a fireball even during combustion. I don't care. When it reaches it, get my crit, and then I can do my stuff. And this is such a shit show, but this is the learning process. Somebody needs to kick that. Somebody needs to kick that. I'm going to AoE shield here to help us survive the 3 stacks of that dot. Getting into this thing, scorching, dropping a meteor. I want this thing dead. I'm surprised we survived that with nobody interrupting it. I don't know where my interrupt was. I guess I cast it at the wrong time. I don't know what I tried to interrupt and failed. I'm going to Arcane Explosion just to find these stealth mobs, and we're going to use one of these to try and interrupt all of that. We're going to hard cast a Flame Strike after this to try and get our Sun King's Blessing. We're going to Fireball here during our combustion. Tank's not moving it. I need to get out of this. I am out of it. Nobody can suffer for my mistake of staying in the group. Man, this is rough. There's a lot going on here. Well, I'm just going to... I can't even polymorph that because it's an undead or whatever. Yeah, it's undead. Just wish somebody used some CC on it sometimes, you know? Flame striking, precasting flame strike there. I can cast another one right away. Gonna meteor that shit as well. I'm just gonna go stand on top of it. Keep those scorches rolling. Flame strike again. Looking at the Sky Screamer. Interrupt the Sky Streamer. Screamer? Sky Streamer. He streams from the sky. Oh man, I am so overwhelmed right now. Holy shit. Hardcast Flame Strike into a combustion. This pull is going to last long enough to justify that. Meteor here. Keep dropping these instant casts. Gonna drop my Pyroblast. There's no interrupt coming through. That's irritating. Okay, we did get an interrupt through. Phoenix Flames. I need to use up my Phoenix Flames as well. I just need to get out of this like muscle memory. I'm gonna pull this just because. Oh, the tank also seems to have pulled the other one. I'm gonna use the AoE shield here because these little guys jumping everywhere is probably not doing us any favors. Interrupted 3 of those spear casts at the same time. We're gonna flame strike here and I'm gonna blink right after because I'm worried that I'll get stunned by the root. Kind of wasted my meteor there. Should have used it on this group because it's gonna stay alive for longer. I'm looking at the augur. That one got charged by the tank, so tank might actually interrupt him. I'm gonna interrupt the other one. Tank's not interrupting it. It's just kind of saying screw it. Let the healer deal with it. Healers heal. I'm gonna look for the next cast and I'm gonna interrupt it with this. So I have my interrupt available for upstairs. Okay. I'm very flustered. I think I'm going to have a long ass practice session of farming Drake Crests in like 6 and 8 keys or something. Just so I don't like push my, I don't know, gear too high with we're just not going to pull the priestesses. I guess we're not going to pull the priestesses. That's fine. It's whatever. Meteor. I don't want to combustion right. Screw it. I'll combustion right before the boss and I'll drop this before combustion. Okay. I'm just going to use my defensive here. That was invisibility. That's not the defensive I wanted to use. We're going to knock this lady back so we don't have to actually deal with someone getting into the thing. I'm completely wasting my Sun King's Blessing here. I could have had it active the entire time. I'm pyroblasting here because I don't know where they're actually going to stop. I should not have even used... Who is she casting it at? Looks like the tank. No, not the tank. Yeah, it is the tank. Never mind. I guess transfusion doesn't show you who it's going to get cast on. Anyway, oh man, this is such a mess. I don't want to time warp this. I will kind of want to time warp last boss, and that's kind of where we're going after this, so I'm just not going to time warp this. We're going to use Shifting Power. Keep rooting this. Hard cast or Pyroblast. We can do our rotation then. Fireballing. I guess I shouldn't be fireballing unless I'm above 100% haste, which I don't think I will be. I'm going to blink and grab the furthest one away just so I'm standing in a transfusion. Use my AoE shield to help the healer out a little bit. I'm going to drop my meteor after the ad comes out to play, which should be soon. I'm going to root the ad. We're going to drop this on top of it. Combustion as well. Scorch it. I should be spell stealing that somehow. I feel like that's a good thing to spell steal. Maybe. She's going to cast that. I'm going to grab another one as well. I'm going to use my shield so I'm shielded from some of this damage. I am not happy with my damage, but then again, the group's kind of doing the same damage, so maybe I'm not that far behind from what I should be doing. Maybe I just need some more gear. Maybe I'm being too rough or too critical of myself, but I know that I'm doing a lot of things just straight up wrong. I can dispel boss. Yeah, I'll spell steal it. I don't know if it gives me anything, but I'll spell steal it. I'll root this thing just for a little bit. We can scorch her for the guaranteed crits. I'm gonna grab this because I don't think anyone's near it. That person is definitely not in a good spot, but we killed the boss, so it doesn't matter. Cool. Maybe the person was thinking that we would just kill the boss before it mattered, and we kind of did. She didn't even manage to heal through it. We're going to wait for this fire to go away. No reason to take damage. We have 100% trash clear, so the tank had a good route. I'm just scared of people who go left first because there's a very easy way to mess that up big time because there's a lot of casters there and there's a lot of important casts too, so it can get very messy, especially on like fortified weeks. Whenever I see someone go left on a fortified week, I'm just hoping against hope that it goes well because it's really not no bueno. Okay, well, we're gonna drop refreshments here. Control 5. I'm going to sit down and eat so that I can help the healer bring everyone to full health. Under the few times where I don't have any sort of healing capabilities while playing a class. I guess we're getting started. Okay. Time warp, and let's combustion right on top of it. Meteor as well. Healer's sort of standing in the back. I'm casting a scorch for some godforsaken reason. We should drag it more to the side, more to the side. Where's this person going? Lord knows. Okay, Meteor should probably be safe for these guys, but they kind of just die super quick either way. We're going to pyroblast the boss. I'm going to stand close to the spiders just because I can, because that way when the next spiders drop, I just drop it right on top of the existing spiders instead of running those spiders into the boss. Our healer is dead. That is unfortunate. I'm hard casting Pyroblast for, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what reason. Our Paladin's deciding to step into some of those. I'm assuming it's because he wants to clear them. Okay, we go to the middle. I'm gonna drop a meteor here. We're gonna freeze them all. Hopefully that one also gets hit by the meteor. We hard cast a, ooh, I need to move. We ain't hard casting shit. We are with ice flows. Okay, there's my thing. I have combustion as well. I was also granted a time warp by my talent. Scorching here because it's the fastest cast. I'm guessing if I don't have the haste necessary for a fireball, I should be casting a scorch. Now I should be hard casting again. I'm gonna blink out. I ain't gonna blink. I am gonna blink. I'm gonna freeze them all, and we're going to blast the bejesus out of them like that. Okay, that's a meteor on the boss. Boss is gonna get kited a little bit in this direction. Gonna try and get this. I'm not using my Sun King's blessing, but I think I'm okay here to just finish off the boss and get the heck out of here. That was messy, and I'm glad I didn't get any loot because it wouldn't have been champion loot. So I'm just happy with my Drake's Crests. I used the ones from the previous dungeon to upgrade my chest, so now I only have 13. That was messy. We were just 5 seconds short of doing this on whatchamacallit with 3-star 75k DPS. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not happy with that. I feel like I could do a lot more. I keep forgetting time warp. I keep forgetting, well, I guess I didn't forget time warp. We only had 18 minutes. We couldn't have even squeezed a second time warp or a third time warp. Did I time warp Razan? I don't think I time warped Razan. Or did I, like, was I iffy about, yeah, I was iffy about it because we lost the healer. But yeah, that was, I'm not happy with my performance. That's all I'll say. Oh, I still have my Hearthstone set to Orgrimmar. I keep forgetting to use portals. Dude, use a portal. I'm just going to use a portal now. This is the portal key. You press it, then people can use the portal to get to Valdrakken, where most people are going anyway. So use the freaking portal. Right-click the portal. Stay in the group until people have used the portal. Vlad, get your shit together. Anyway, I'm kind of disappointed with my performance. 446 item level, well, 445 and 446. I feel like I should be doing more DPS than this. At the same time, I feel like I'm kind of doing okay. I'm getting my interrupts in. I'm doing some spell steals, stuff like that. So maybe it's not completely horrible, but I still feel like I should be doing better. I think I need to make some WeakAuras tweaks. I need to set up a tracker for one of my talents. Maybe Atal'dazar's Fury is not the optimal route. Let me take a look at the talents that I should be using. Actually, no, I shouldn't do this in the episode. I'll take a look at the talents. Maybe I should be changing this over to From the Ashes instead of Atal'dazar's Fury. I kind of like Atal'dazar's Fury because just having 6 guaranteed crits instead of just 2 is pretty good, but I don't know. I'll take a look at some more guides and actually deep dive into it because I'm clearly lacking quite a bit of damage. I should be doing more than this, I believe. So what's next? I am going to go do a Super Bloom to take care of this quest. I'm just going to hide it. I am going to do the Shattered Path Through Time, so I'm going to actually go and do Cataclysm or whatever the heck it is. Yeah, Cataclysm dungeons. Do 5 of those, see if I can get myself a piece of gear that I like. And I'm going to do probably LFR, maybe even normal Amirdrasil before I record for the next episode. So you might see me with a bunch more gear. The reason I'm doing all of these things outside of recording is because I've decided that these series should be predominantly about Mythic Plus. Recording the raids and editing the raids takes a lot of time from me. And it also results in me just getting less views because people just don't really give a shit about the raid and my perspective on it. Like, people really just want to see, from my analytics, from like just from what I see, people just want to see me do Mythic Plus. So, well, people predominantly want to see me do Mythic Plus. So I'm going to focus on that. Again, you might see me with a chunk more item level next time because I'm going to do all these things. I'm going to slay for rack for the guaranteed Worm Crest, Enchanted Worm Crest, and then I'm going to craft myself a one-hander, a sword, so that I can use a specific transmog that I have in mind. But yes, that is pretty much it for this episode. If you enjoyed it, drop a like. Let me know what you liked about it in a comment. If you had fun, make sure you subscribe because there's more episodes coming. And if you're feeling particularly generous, you can become a channel member. Channel members have guaranteed replies to their comments, as well as getting nice little shoutouts like Hoops got today. But as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Man, I really suck at Fire Mage. This is gonna be way harder than I thought, to be completely honest with you.